I just watched the Keith Lee documentary, and all I'm going to say is wow. That is an inspirational story. Welcome back to the channel. And that documentary just reiterates the fact that I love professional fucking wrestling. That is my favourite sport on the planet. There's nothing like it. Sports entertainment, sports, call it what you like. There's nothing like it out there. And wow, what he went through to get to where he was. Everyone should be inspired by it if you watched it. And welcome, and the new year's upon us. 2021 is finally over. And now I've got my signature cup of tea. And we're gonna, this what I've drawn up, best storylines, / matches, the biggest that I think WWE can put on in the following year, which will hopefully be better, fingers crossed. That is 2021. So like, subscribe, and let's get straight into this video. With the most silver ones. The tribal chief, the head of the table. One person in 20 years time, if I wrestle, it'd be an honour to share the ring with him. Roman Reigns. Against the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. His cousin, the biggest movie star in the world. Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Right, come on, since Roman Reigns turned heel, this is a match it's been talked about for years, even before Roman turned heel. But since Roman, his new persona, he's aligned himself with Mr. Paul Heyman. You know, it's massive. This match is would be mainstream appeal, second to none. It is Roman Reigns vs. The Rock is box office. That will sell out hundreds of thousands of seats. Obviously, with COVID, it might be in front of 0 people. But that match, the storyline is basically, you can tell it yourself. You know, Roman has got his family fighting for him, using them, manipulating them to fight for him. And then The Rock, this guy, he's coming back, the biggest star of the present, it's the biggest star of the past, collide. And it turns out they're both cousins, both from the same family. And Rock will be like, look, this is not how we represent the family in the ring. Roman will be like, what do you know about wrestling nowadays, Rock? You left off to the movies. And you know, that main event's WrestleMania. That match to get the whole world talking, not just the wrestling community. That gets everyone talking. So yeah, that is obviously one of the biggest storylines. And the next storyline, I think, there's be the biggest match, and the match that would create a lot of buzz they could do. There's none of these are in order, but obviously the Rock vs. Roman is probably the top one they can do. Is Dominic Mysterio turn his back on his father, and he ends up fighting Rey Mysterio. I know Rey said he is looking to retire soon. He said he's looking to retire 50. I don't know, he's around his 40s now, so we still got a couple of years for it to happen. But if it happens, this match would make Dominic's career. It's very rare you see father and son wrestling in the same company at the same time, in the same promotion. And everything Dominic's done in the ring so far has turned to gold. I liked him even when Brock Lesnar was throwing him about. You know, that tag match they had at Payback against Seth and Murphy with Ray and his father, very good. The stuff with Murphy's doing now is quite good. And just his match against Seth Rollins was fantastic. You can clearly see he's got the ability. And with Rey Mysterio, obviously, he's got that family legacy. He's got that name. And if these two were to face off, WWE would have my money. 100%. Father vs. son, this storyline, it would appeal to masses, not just in wrestling. Obviously, a father vs. son drama. We all have a bit of drama, that's why we watch TV. And father vs. son, there's nothing like it, is there? You can only replicate that with other father and sons. So on the storyline, he could become a monster heel from it, whoever turns on who. You could have him win the tag titles even. You could have a lot of fun things with this. And now, the next one, I think this will happen at WrestleMania. The Rated R Superstar Edge going up against Seth frickin' Rollins. Rollins is coming back on January 1st SmackDown, which I can't wait. What a way to kickstart a year with an episode of SmackDown. They did 3.3 million in ratings, and for WWE, that is fantastic. But a couple of years' time, if I'm wrestling, those ratings will be higher. Though, Seth Rollins vs Edge, wow. What a match. Like, these two, they have the history of scenes in, I believe it's 2014, late 2014, where Cena had to forcefully bring back the authority because Seth Rollins was about to curb Stomp's Edge, and obviously Edge with his history of neck issues and injuries. That move would have probably paralysed him. So they have that history they can feed back off of. Seth, this Messiah gimmick, I think it's the best gimmick he's had. The heel work he's done is phenomenal, so hats off to you, Seth Rollins. And even you could do heel Edge. You know, it's so many variants you can do for this match. I think it'll be a great match. Edge hasn't missed a beat. We saw that in July at the greatest show, the greatest wrestling match ever against Randy Orton. So, I think personally, I would love this match. And another match that I think that this is one of the biggest storylines WWE could do. We're going back to Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. Right, yes, we've seen this before in 2016. And that match was a 5-star classic. One of my favourite wrestling matches of all time. But so much have changed since then. They've both become maniacal, evil, sadistic heels, where they were both baby faces. You know, the characters are completely different, so feel completely different. And obviously you got all the history with the Shield. And the fact they're all different, it makes for such an intriguing matchup, how the dynamic would work. I'd keep it heel versus heel if they did it as well. I'm no creative writer team, but that's the thing I definitely do. And now, another storyline that this would main event WrestleMania, the final one of this episode. Daniel Bryan winning the Royal Rumble, and he could face Drew, or actually, Daniel Bryan was from Royal Rumble. Daniel Bryan, that's the one thing he has done in his career. He's been very vocal about it. And if there's any wrestler at the moment that deserves to win the Royal Rumble, definitely him. He's been so good on SmackDown. His feud with Jey Uso's been fantastic. And Jey Uso has shown that he is a World Championship level wrestler caliber. He could carry a World Championship as a single star, I'm telling you now. But yeah, Daniel Bryan winning the Royal Rumble. I want to see it happen. He's my idol. I love him. And I think that would draw a lot of eyes. Daniel Bryan has got massive mainstream appeal. And let me, since he got that new haircut, he's been on fire, and he looks so cool with it. I'm gonna copy him with that haircut. I'm growing my hair, copy him with the haircut. And now the final storyline. That would be the biggest thing WWE can put on. John Cena breaks Ric Flair's 16-time World Record Championship and faces Drew McIntyre or Roman Reigns, but preferably Drew McIntyre, just because they've done the Roman match before. You know, Drew, the new big star of today, your dominant WWE champion who's knocked off Randy Orton. You know, Seth Rollins, he's beat Bobby Lashley. You know, he had a killer match with Roman Reigns. Unfortunately, he lost. He beat AJ Styles as well. We can't discredit that. And see, obviously, Cena breaking that World Championship. The fact Cena's back, massive mainstream star, loads of drawing interest, and probably the best stars of the present, this one of the best stars of today. It writes itself. And Cena breaks that record. That moment goes down in history in wrestling. That moment gets talked about for 60 plus years. The moment Cena beats that record. If there's anyone in wrestling that deserves it, it is John Cena. Yeah, but let me know what storylines you think WWE can do will be the biggest ones in 2021. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.